Every pregnancy is different, but some African American women are finding similarities in their pregnancies. Mistreatment by medical staff, excessively painful deliveries, and sometimes the death of their babies. Well, WCPO 9 News reporter Lisa Smith spoke with women and healthcare leaders who believe there's a way to improve their experiences by involving doulas. And we do want to warn you, some of the descriptions in this story are graphic.
Taylor Tennyson knew the kind of pregnancy she wanted, nothing like the first one.
Two nurses held me down. It was a nurse and it was a doctor. I was bleeding from the bottom or whatever, and I was telling them, like, this hurts. Like, I was in excruciating pain.
It was 2018. She went to the emergency room for stomach pains and learned she was pregnant. Then this from one of her nurses.
She said to me, you know, women who are unsure about being pregnant sometimes do harm to their baby. She was like, well, I have a friend who wants to adopt Black babies. Don't ask me, I don't know why. And she was like, you know, there's options for you. You know, you can give it up for adoption.
Tennyson was offended. She wanted her baby, but sadly later suffered a miscarriage.
It was just so emotional, that whole ride, so emotional.
Then in February, she gave birth to little Makai. This time, she hired a midwife.
Create your pregnancy, how you want it to look, how you want it to go.
Miranda Teepee agrees. Her first two pregnancies were rough.
Extreme repairs, extreme damage, and this is what's going to happen.
By the time she delivered her third child, she hired a doula. By her fourth pregnancy, she was a doula.
The more you look at the numbers and the more you look at the statistics, especially for the Black community, it very, very, very much is a need.
There's a difference between doulas and midwives. Midwives have medical training, sometimes they're nurses, and they can deliver babies. On the other hand, doulas coach, advocate, and educate moms during their pregnancy and childbirth.
Having that doula there to speak on her behalf, we believe, reduces the stress of that experience and promotes a better birth outcome.
Last week, Cradle Cincinnati released its annual report on infant mortality in Hamilton County. The rate for Black infants was 12.6, 3 points higher than the overall county rate. Many believe doulas can make a difference.
We see lower UPGAR scores, we see more women breastfeeding. So the outcomes for infant mortality and for maternal health really do grow when you have someone who is supporting you in that space.
According to a report by the March of Dimes, Black women supported by doulas had lower rates of preterm births, lower rates of C-sections, and felt like they had a voice.
I think what we heard from moms mostly was, how do I pay for a doula?
State Representative Erica Crowley introduced House Bill 611, which would cover doula services for moms receiving Medicaid up to $2,500.
That when women have a doula and how it has saved on, medical costs, that there has just been a savings to the state to the tune of $58.4 million a year.
Lisa Smith, WCPO 9 News.
Representative Crowley's bill has had hearings. However, the House is currently on recess. The Senate, though, isn't and is moving ahead with its version of that bill. You can read much more about this story and others on WCPO.com.